Hi, everybody. In this video, I'd like to show you the stroke order for the one consonant signs in Hieratic, specifically Middle Kingdom Hieratic. So the more traditional forms, like you would see them, for example, in the Shipwrecked Sailor or in the Hekanacht letters. So yeah, let's go straight down the quote-unquote alphabet. I'm using a William Mitchell dip pen and some Arabic calligraphy ink. And first sign up would be the Aleph that has two basic shapes. One is the more traditional one that looks like more like the bird. So top. Or you can use a more cursive shape. Looks like this. You'll find both. Then the next one is the reed leaf. Sometimes the serif on top sticks out a little bit more. You see that too. Next one is the ein. So something like this with a little connector. If you're going down, Hieratic can be written vertically or horizontally. When it's vertical, then you'll see more of those connectors, or if there's another sign underneath. Next, the quail chick, like this, or horizontally, you can also see it like that. Or again, there's a short form, which looks like this. Now, next we have the B. Looks just like in hieroglyphs. And the P. Left, middle, right, and across. So notice the stroke order. All of these signs go top to bottom, left to right. So top, left, right, top, left, right. Here the same thing. Left, middle, right, and then bottom. Also note that I don't go over any lines twice. They were writing. So just like today in English or Chinese, you do each stroke once and then you move on. It's not drawing, it's writing. Next, the F. A few different shapes there. You could do it like this, or you could make it more clear that is the horned viper with basically both horns. Oops, could do this a little bit better. So yeah, there are different shapes here that you can go for. Then we have the M. Looks a lot like the U, but it has an extra ear. So you can easily distinguish them. And the M also has a short form, which looks like this, like a 3. You find both a lot. Then next, the N, the waterline. That's very easy, like this. And that's one of the signs where you can clearly see that they went from left to right. You wouldn't get that shape if it had been the other way around. And next, the R. Now the R, I've seen something like this. And I think some of them they made like that. So instead of two left-right strokes, more like one big circle. I'm not sure if one is preferred over the other. I still keep switching between them. Now comes the H. Top, left, middle, and right. At least in the Shipwrecked Sailor, I've seen it where there's like a little gap between here and here, which makes me think that it is top, left, middle, right. Although, yeah, let's leave it at that. Next, the emphatic H. Well, the curviness goes on top, so that looks like this. And then a long line to finish. Oh, hang on, we went off screen. Let's do this again. Here you go. All right, let's continue. So next one is the H. H can be in 2 strokes, or I think sometimes it's 1. Then you have the H or Sh, I don't know, whatever the real sound was, that's the H with the little flat stroke underneath. There is a variant where you write those little extra dots that you're used to from the hieroglyphs. Both are fine. Then we have the Z, the door bolt. In hieroglyphs, it has two verticals. In hieratic, often only one, although the two vertical version also exists. And then come the different S's. Sorry, comes the other S. Only one shape. Oops, that became a bit too broad. Let's do it like that. There you go. Can be a bit roundish, can be a bit squarish. You find both. I'm referring to a connection. Again, notice left, right. It's not like one big curve. It's definitely two different strokes. Then comes the shin. Like this. Then the Q. Then the K. Well, that could also be flatter. Like this. I'm referring to the handle of the basket. Next, the G. G looks a lot like the P. When you think about how it's written in hieroglyphics, hieroglyphs, that's, oops, I'm doing the hieratic again. Let's do the hieroglyphs. Looks like this. So you can see where that top part is coming from. That's basically the horizontal. And then you just do the rest of the G shape. Next, the T. Let's do that again. So that's basically, well, the left-hand side, so to say, of your T bread loaf, and then with a little connector underneath. Sometimes it looks like a little R, hard to distinguish. Speaking about little R's, there's also the Ch, which looks pretty much indistinguishable from an R with most writers. Sometimes you have like the little, like two little extra strokes on there, but very often it's just like an R. So when they write Rome, for example, it would look like this. R, Ch, little man, little woman, and then the plural strokes. And you really couldn't tell if you didn't know whether there was two R's or whether it's R and Ch or two Ch's. It looks the same. Finally, the D. Well, almost finally, there's two more letters to go. There's the D, and then there's the J, the cobra, which comes in two shapes. You do have the one with the head going to the side, or just straight down. The latter one you see a lot when you put a D underneath for the word jaw or jet to say. So that looks like this. And now comes the D. Okay, and there we go. So that's our uniliterals in Middle Egyptian hieratic. You can write them horizontally, vertically. Typically, when they started to learn how to write, they would go vertically, like Chinese or Japanese. But then later, hieratic becomes more and more horizontal. In any case, have fun, and until the next video. Bye-bye.